Welcome back to Nintagious. I want to play some mini Motorways. I have no idea what episode this is. Yeah, I have a big chunk of episodes recorded as of this point. I think only one episode has even aired. Let's do a daily challenge first. Let's make this a double. We'll do the daily challenge and the weekly challenge. Only one choice of upgrade is up. Well, then it's not a choice. Start with 4 bridges. Okay. I did a large chunk of recording, and like I said, those haven't all aired yet. And then I also I streamed this twice, I think. I think this is like episode 18 or something like that. It's been a little while since I've played it, so hopefully I don't, hopefully I haven't forgotten how to play. Go ahead and speed me up, by the way. Let's jump right in. I have been meaning to do like a recording session over the last couple nights, and I've just kept getting distracted by this, that, and the other thing. So I decided to finally set aside time to do it tonight before I made other plans. It's a Saturday night, so I wasn't streaming tonight. And I figured this would be a good place to start. There's a selection of other things that I would like to do as well, but I don't know if I'm going to get around to that. I don't know when this is going to air, so I don't know if those things will have already aired or not. I have no idea. I don't know if we'll talk about those too much, but I wanted to at least jump back into this. I think we have like 3 cities left to unlock, and when I did the streams, which this will air after the stream, so if you've been watching through the entire playthrough, in playlist format, then you probably watched through the streams as well. And I was avoiding doing the cities that I hadn't played before, like in terms of like I wanted to keep the progression separate, I guess is what I'm getting at. Especially mostly because of the fact that for anyone watching the playthrough, if you found it through video format, perhaps you didn't want to watch a 6-hour stream archive of gameplay footage, which is totally fair. So I didn't want to put anything meaningful in those episodes. What I did was, I hate this. I really hate this. Excuse me. So what I did was during those streams, you can still call them episodes, I guess, I went back to the cities that we'd already done and tried to get a score of 1000 to unlock challenge mode. That was most of what we did. We also did like dailies and weeklies where applicable. I think we even dipped into challenge mode for a little bit. I think on Los Angeles, on the first city. I didn't do any beyond that because I haven't streamed it since then. I've had both other stuff that I want to stream, and I took like quite a few nights off since then. This is not okay. But I wanted to save progression for the episodes. Now, that being said, I jumped into the daily right away because I guess I didn't want to worry about that too much. I wanted to give a little context to, this playthrough's been a little unorthodox. And a lot of that is because I don't do a lot of video content to begin with. This whole thing was kind of just a happy accident where I picked the game up, I did the episode of the first 30 with it, and then I immediately rescheduled all of the episodes of the first 30 so that I could get that one airing sooner rather than later, because by the time, in the span of like 3 days, I had already recorded like 12 or 14 episodes of playthrough of this, because I was just like, I was just having a good time with it. But then I also wanted to stream it, because I guess I wanted to get people a little bit more interested, to know, so that they would be like, when they see the episodes of this airing, they'd be like, oh, it's this game. Neat. Hopefully. Hopefully it won't be the opposite, which is, oh, fuck, this again? I think, experimenting with streaming it was interesting. We're gonna pivot. this around really quick. I guess this should just be a roundabout. Streaming it was interesting, because I do think it is a game that streams well. Due to the fact that, and I've probably talked about this before, but due to the fact that, like, I'm kind of as much of a spectator as you guys are, right? So there was a lot of, like... There's a lot of opportunities to, like, pause and look at chat. And not even pause, it's just kind of, you just let the game do its thing while you're looking at chat, right? I'm not gonna do this yet. I have an idea. I want to see another red house spawn up here, though. Give it to me. Come on, let's go. That's not what I wanted. That is not at all what I asked for. And in fact, is tremendously not helpful. Oh my god, this is terrible. Why would you put that up there? This is the literal worst. Oh my god, this is a catastrophe. This is awful. What is happening? Oops. Anyway, despite the fact that I think it works decently well as a stream game, I also, to be blunt, kind of got the feeling that people weren't super interested by it. I think people were intrigued and they were like, oh, this looks neat, but for something to watch like a 6-hour stream of it, I don't think what really resonated too well. So I probably am not going to stream it again. I did the 2 streams of it and they went well enough. I think the first one in particular went like pretty well. The second one like wasn't as great, so I was like, I don't really see a need to do that again. We'll probably just continue with the video playthrough, which is kind of nice. I can just I've kind of found my way with video content again, I would say, because it's kind of nice that I can take a night like tonight and just sit down and I'll probably knock out like 3 or 4 episodes tonight. And then at the current pace of me posting content, which is twice a week, Wednesdays and Saturdays, although I forgot to upload something this Wednesday, that content will carry me like quite a while. Realistically, I didn't have to do a recording session tonight because I have enough stuff recorded that it'll probably carry me through like, I don't think I have my schedule updated. It'll probably carry me through, like, the end of June or something. And it's currently the end of May. It's May 29th right now as I'm recording this. Let me actually go over here and look. Where's my documents? Yeah, video content is set to go through the end of June, and that's not even all of it. It's a fair amount of it, but it's not all of it. There are still episodes of mini Motorways after that, more or less. Everything else will have run out by then. So I didn't necessarily need to do this tonight, is really what I'm getting at. But I wanted to. So that counts for something, right? Man, so I had a plan, and you probably, if you play the game yourself, you probably saw what this plan was, and now you're probably either laughing because haha, the game got me, or you are screaming because, god damn it, why does it have to happen like this? I would say both are valid reactions. So I, of course, was going to take this out and isolate this building to just these reds, and isolate this building to just these reds, and then the blues were going to have a straightaway, and the roundabout was going to be taken out entirely. But now, because of this green building and these greens over here, we can't do that, so fuck you. You think you're so funny, video game. You are a fun video game, though, so you know what, give you a little bit of leeway on that. Anyway, I kind of forgot what I was saying, but that is also, as I've mentioned before, something that I like about the flow of playing this game in both regards to video content and streaming. And well, no, it applies more to those than playing offline for sure. I really only have to get the banter engine going for the first, I don't know, 5-10 minutes. And then then things get so insane after that that I don't have to worry about filling the space with, hey, what should I talk about next? The downside is that I've completely forgotten what I was talking about. So if you were really gripped by that story, then I guess it's all I can really do is apologize to you. What am I supposed to do with this? I guess we'll just connect that there. I guess that's the reality of this situation. Funny video game is funny. We're gonna put that down there too, just to get like one extra house, yellow house on that building. What do you think you're doing? Okay, I guess you can just connect like that. It's totally fine. The hell was I saying? That's the other downside is it bothers me when I like forget completely what I was saying about something like that. Scheduling? Why was I talking about scheduling though? Because I didn't really actually do a video. Oh, my realizing that I kind of like making video content. That's where I was going with that. For a while there, I had no interest in making video content because honestly, and there's, I don't know why I'm worried about it sounding condescending because it's condescending to myself. But to put it bluntly, streaming's easier. It is, and it isn't. That's what I've come to realize. But for the longest time, I was like, this is easier. I don't have to edit. I hate editing, if you guys don't know that. You probably do, because I say it a lot. But editing is the fucking pits. It's awful. I still mostly believe that, but I've found ways to streamline it to make it not too terrible. But that was what kept me away for the longest time, is I was like, I don't want to do that. And streaming was a nice middle ground where I was like, it gives me the opportunity to play video games and like hang out with people and chat about video games. It was all good things. And I got to skip editing. But on the other hand, scheduling kind of became a problem. To a point. Sometimes doing 6 hours of gameplay of something is like pretty exhausting. That's part of the issue. But more of it is, and this is a YouTube problem, and I've kind of talked about this before, but I feel like I'm absolutely a third shifter, nocturnal, etc. However you want to put it, excuse me. I usually wake up right before I start streaming, and I start streaming at like 9 o'clock Eastern, 9 p.m. Eastern. It's already really late. I'm trying to work on getting the willpower to get up at least start at like 8 o'clock again, but that's difficult. I recently heard about that there's a sleeping disorder, I guess is how it would be classified, in which your body runs on not on 24 hours, it runs on like 24 and a half hours. And I question if that's the case, because I tend to revolve like that, but I'm probably not. That's probably not the case. But anyway, it's something that's convenient with video editing is that I don't have to rush to get up. I can just calmly start my day, get something to eat, take a calm shower, and then once I feel like I'm ready to do something, I can boot everything up and be like, okay, let's do some recording. I can't really do that with streaming because I feel like late night streaming on YouTube is not at all a thing. I feel like the later I start, the worse the viewer turnout is. And, sorry, I'm looking to see if there's anything I can do about this. So it's like, it's 1:30 right now. This would be a terrible time to, like, start a stream, but it works for this because I can upload the video whenever I want to, right? So that's really convenient. That's something I've come to enjoy. And again, I can just kind of knock out a, like, several hour recording session in, like, on a night off or something, and then just have a bunch of content ready to be posted, which is also nice. And again, that'll, since I space it out, it kind of lasts for a while, you know? All right, we're going to put you here. I'm a little worried about that facility, and there's not a whole lot I can do about it because that area is very cramped. So we're just going to have to deal with that, I think. I'm still we don't have another motorway. Almost call it an overway. That's a new one. I'm kind of tempted to connect a motorway here and then still take this roundabout out. This traffic mostly looks okay, though. I'm maybe not terribly worried about it at the moment. One thing I am going to do really quick before the game just, like, baits me again is I'm going to do that. So now if Reds have to come here... Oh, God. I didn't think about these guys coming down there, but that actually doesn't work as well. I was thinking that if these guys were coming here, then they wouldn't have to go... There wouldn't be an intersection here, is what I was getting at. That doesn't seem like it's going to work as well as I'd hoped, though. This is, a bit of a goddamn mess, if I'm being honest. I don't like this. Ooh. 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 Okay, I think what I have to do here, and I was already thinking about doing this, I think we're gonna have to, like, connect that as, like, a neighborhood over here. We'll give it a connection here so that they can still get down here if they need to. Yeah, that works, I guess. And then we're gonna do this. Oops. I don't want to funnel them through this parking lot. I would assume that's a bad idea. Maybe it's not that bad of an idea, but I would assume it's a bad idea. So we're kind of giving them a runaround, but I think it's for the better in the long run. Because the whites are already, or the grays, or whatever the hell you want to call them, so it doesn't sound awkward. They're already having to come from all the way over here, which is not good. I don't like that. I feel like in general that maybe we should, if we can get another motorway, I think... this whole area needs to be redesigned. This is not future-proofed at all. Like, this is all going to become a problem eventually. That's a pretty big problem, too. I'm not gonna lie to you. I hate it. This isn't great. This is not great. That house kind of has no reason to exist as well, so that's fun. What a daily. This is a mess. This needs to be fixed. How can we fix this? We need another motorway, is what we need. I need another motorway to be able to fix that. Is the long and short of it. Well, maybe not need, but I think that's probably the best way to do it. Let me put it that way. Sorry, I'm analyzing. Give me a second. I think we can still disconnect this and just have that be a blue pathway, but we need a couple of things to click into place before we can do that. These White Houses aren't even getting called to this facility, which I kind of like. That makes this decision easy. That's not too bad. That's workable. It's maybe not the best thing I've ever seen in the world, but it's fine. Hear me out. What if we just do this? Because we have plenty of bridges. That disconnects a couple things. I like it. No, you don't understand. That's not what I need. Oh god, I like this. No, I need a motorway, right? I kind of wish I could, like, draw on the screen. I should come up with, like, a thing for video recording, just where I can do that. That would be pretty... I've set it up before, I've just never actually, like, used it, but I have tested it, so I know I could do it. Because it's nice that I have the cursor in this particular game, so I can be like, I'm talking about this area here. But it would be nicer still if I could, like, lay out a blueprint of what I'm talking about. Not for my own sake, but for the sake of you guys trying to, like, keep up. My plan was to still take this roundabout out, so the blues will connect directly. We'll redirect these and put the greens all on this side. And the yellows aren't going to work super elegantly, but we're probably going to do that as well. And try to make this just a red street and connect it to this, and only this. And then we're going to connect a motorway, like, here to over here, so that the yellows and greens can still get to where they need to go. But again, I need a motorway to make that work. Because this is not gonna last long term, like 100%. Who do you think you are? Like, really? Gonna be that guy, huh? This is actually super fine. Maybe not super fine, but mostly fine. Like, of all the things that could have happened, this one doesn't necessarily make me mad. Let's put it that way. It's still, like, why there, of all places? And then you're gonna put a house up here? Boy, this is some RNG that we're dealing with right now. This is something else. And the last time I streamed this game, so it was like right at the end of the episode right before this, so if you watched it, you probably caught this, but I realized during that last stream, too, that playing 6 hours of this game straight is a little much. The last run I did in that stream, I was, like, really agitated by everything, because it was just, I was at a breaking point where I was like, you've got to be kidding me with these spawns. And something I realized throughout the course of that stream, and I don't know if the game intentionally does this, or if it's just, it feels like it does it, But sometimes a house will spawn, like these white houses up here, and I'll be like, I don't really have anything to do with those, so I'm just gonna leave them there, and I'll figure it out later. But the problem is I feel like sometimes when I do that, if it's almost like the game detects when you're ignoring a house, and then they just start just dumping more houses on top of you. Just to be like, to force you to deal with it. Which I don't appreciate. So I think I have to deal with these. I'm also going to turn these red houses up this way. And we'll connect them like in here. Or here. I don't really love the way that looks. But I probably shouldn't nitpick too much. No, that's not the way. Let's do it like this here. And I think we're going to put another road here so that we might as well just connect it down here then. And the whites can get where they need to go. The reds can get... God, why is the... Sometimes just the way the entrances spawn are like, you just delight in torturing me, don't you? I think that's about all we can do at the moment. I need a motorway. Dude, this house is already even connected. Like, go fuck yourself. I also started playing around with the idea of intersections like this. I don't know if those are worthwhile or not. I think we're going to continue kind of trying to troubleshoot that and see if that's the case. I'm going to put a road back over here. And again, let's just do that. It's kind of like a makeshift roundabout, if you will. My logic was that, like, say these blue houses have to get down here. We should also add it. That's the problem with making a ton of roads. Say these blue houses have to come all the way around here. If I have this little corner here, then they don't have to stop at the intersection. They can just and just keep on moving. Is my logic. I don't know if that's how the game actually works. I don't know if that's actually helpful. I don't know if in the long run that actually causes worse traffic jams. I have no idea. It's a new idea. This run sucks. I am gonna tell you that. I am gonna drop that little bit of knowledge on you. This is awful. I hate it. Yep, hate that too. Yep, all bad. This road suddenly is like the busiest road in the world. I mean, this road is not great either. This is just getting worse and worse and worse, and at this point I don't have any roads to deal with any of it, so we're just kind of taking it until the end of Sunday rolls around, and then we'll see what we can get done. Beautiful. I love it. Okay. Man, the daily might make its own episode. Usually the daily goes like kind of quick, so I was like, that's why I said let's do a double. But we're already at 30 minutes, and I don't think we're at risk of losing this anytime soon. So I think the chance of the weekly being its own episode is probably a thing. Okay, so aside from this yellow house, which we're going to have to connect in a way that I hate, because, you know, that's just the way it rolls. So all the yellows and greens are over here. They're all isolated with this, but they also have to come over here to hit these. It's remodeling time, baby. Oh god. I don't know why the frame rate dips as hard as it does sometimes when you're deleting roads. It's kind of strange. That doesn't make any sense. I guess it does. Oh, it's because that road is still there. You don't understand. Yeah, I want to connect it like that. But you're not gonna let me. I guess that works. So now all the yellows and greens are connected to only where they need to go. I don't have a lot of roads, so this might be kind of problematic for a while. I think we're also going to try to build... We're going to try to connect all of this stuff back down here, like across this river. And I don't really have the road to make that happen. So I think we're going to have to do this and kind of let this... Why would you do this to me? Why can't you just connect normally? That does look a hell of a lot more sensible, though. I'll give it credit for that. Because now it's not overlapping another road, like, exactly. So, sure, let's do it. There's some other things I dislike about it, but that's okay. One step at a time. Are you fucking with me? Okay, so that's still gonna have to stay connected. But the upside is that's basically a one-way street. Only yellows are gonna be going this way, I think. So that's kind of fine. Could be worse. I want to do here? What problems do we have? So the White Houses can still get where they need to go. No difficulty. These reds can get where they need to go. You can continue using the roundabout to connect all of that. That's totally fine. The blues are all connected to where they need to go. We do have to connect... We do have to add a road here to connect the reds and the blues. Oh, I hate that. Let's make that one bridge. Thank you very much. Oh, we don't want to do it like that because some of the blues are going to have to turn right around the corner and get in there. So, okay, so that allows the reds and the blues to get where they need to go. So again, we can put a little notch there in case the whites or the reds have to take that road. Okay. Is there anything else? This red house and this yellow house have to be connected. I don't have a lot of road tiles, so I'm only going to be able to choose one of them. Red might not have been the play, but we're going to go with it anyway. Let's see how this plays out. Okay, so that's fixed. Why would you put a red house up there? Like, why? What did I do to you? Okay, so this is a little congested, but I think it'll be fine at the end of the day. I think once it gets decongested, then it'll be fine. I'm feeling better about this than I was. Let's put it that way. It's fine, I guess. I'm still not feeling great about it, but I'm feeling better about it. Aren't getting there fast enough. I'm thinking, okay? I think we could actually reconnect this motor pass up here. And by motor pass, I mean not overpass, but motorways. Not overways either. Motorways. This is where most of our blues are anyway, so I think this is probably smart. Maybe not here exactly, but like somewhere around here. Although that's probably the least objectionable option, if I'm being honest. We'll connect most of the blues directly to that, and then these blues can just only be connected here. There is an obvious problem with this, and we're just gonna have to hope we survive it. And that is the fact that until this gets built, there isn't going to be any blues coming this way. So this might actually kill us. This is maybe a really bad idea. Come to think of it. I think it's a good idea in the long run, but I think... Okay, that went right back into play, so that's fine. We maybe want to get another motorway first, so that we can reconstruct this in a way that makes sense. And unfortunately, we're kind of at the game's mercy more than usual, so we might not ever get what we were looking for there. Let's put, like, a traffic light here, I guess. There's way too much traffic running through this area. I'm just gonna take that out. You guys, you shouldn't be going that way anyway. Blues shouldn't be, at least. They should be coming down this way. I guess you can just be connected there. Excuse me. We might be done for, by the way. In fact, I'm pretty sure we're done for. I feel like I could have made this work, but due to the you only get one option from your weekly upgrades, that was really crippling. And, like, I would have needed a couple of motorways to make this work, I think. With my current skill set. If I were better at the game, I probably could have still figured it out. But I think with at my current skill level, I think that's kind of the best we could do. It was just, there was just way too much stuff that had to be going through all of the other stuff. Not a great run. Not a great run. But... oh, have I already done the weekly challenge? Is that right? I guess that makes sense. It's Saturday. Sunday is when I streamed it. It didn't feel like that was the same week, but apparently that's the same week. Okay, so we won't do the weekly challenge next time. I think we'll instead of making this a double whammy episode, we'll actually make it a little bit of a shorter episode. But honestly, if depending if the series is popular and I'm still having fun with it, that's probably like the future eventually anyway. Is that like episodes will eventually just be like, hey, let's do the daily. But and those might tend to be a little bit shorter. But anyway, I think next time we'll go back to unlocking the new cities. So we'll do Dubai next time. Then move on to Mexico City, if you will. Wellington, Warsaw, and Chiang Mai? I have no idea if I'm saying that correctly. I hope I got at least semi-close. So yeah, this one will be a little bit shorter. Thank you all for watching. We'll be back with more mini motorways soon. I'm still having a good time with it. It can sometimes get pretty frustrating when the game is just, when the spawns are just dropping where you really don't want them to be, but overall I still have a good time. I think the only time I reached a point where I was like, I'm not having fun right now, was during that one stream where it was I had been playing it for 6 hours. I think as long as I don't overplay it like that, then I don't really reach a point of frustration at all. So it's I just have to avoid that, which works out because I typically don't play it for that long. So yeah, we'll be back with more soon. We'll check out Dubai next time. Thank you again for watching, and I will see you guys there.